Okay, so hello everybody, welcome back to another episode. In this one on the channel, we are looking at BFT stock. This is soon to be Paysafe stock. And I think this is a very good stock, but in this one, we are looking at how this one does potentially compare to its other competitors and what I would consider doing when it comes to buying it and how long I would personally hold it for. So all that good stuff is coming up in this video. If that sounds like a great plan for an episode, please do leave that like and subscribe to the channel because guys, you already know if you are not subscribed, you are missing out because we cover loads of stocks, about 5 stocks a day we cover here on this channel. So of course it would be hugely appreciated if you could just subscribe. Of course, if you do want to come and join us on Discord, the link to our Discord is down in that description and I would love to see you over there. So we're not going to waste any more time, we're just going to jump straight into this video by looking at what Paysafe does first. So of course Paysafe is the company which helps, with prepayments. There's so many different things you can pay with Paysafe for, but obviously if you guys don't really know, that is what they specialize in. It's kind of similar to PayPal, but in different industries. So yeah, let's specifically look at the share's price recently. Obviously, because the merger has come out, a lot of people were asking me questions, which I'm going to get to in just a moment, and how important this is for my opinions in the future. So yeah, looking at this stock today, or at least over the past 5-day period, we are still in the green. I think a lot of hype is still to go into stock pre-merger and even post-merger. I think we are not done with the hype coming up for this stock. I think we can definitely expect some future growth, in my personal opinion. So of course, on the 1-month chart, we are significantly up. I do think this is potentially able to continue into the future. I don't think it's impossible that we might see a small sell-off soon, but I don't think that's even a bad thing because obviously when we're having a look at this stock for the long term, I do see great things for it. And right now, I don't think it's too hyped. Bear in mind these SPAC stocks usually start up off around $10. This one is similar. It's about $10.43 at the earlier part of this month. And then of course, when that merger news did come out, the stock price has been on a road upwards ever since. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. So yeah, how does a stock compare to its competitors? And why I do think it is going to be a good stock for the future is when we do have a look at some of the competition, we've got companies like PayPal, and PayPal stock is worth $222. Now, in a previous video, somebody asked me, am I concerned that PayPal was invented more recently and is also more popular, which kind of shows that Paysafe is potentially not as popular. Now, personally, I am not too worried about that one because yes, in the past, PayPal has been more popular, and PayPal probably will be more popular into the future. But when we look at Paysafe, I think for the next few years, I think they're definitely going to be advancing their business model in ways which I'm about to speak about, and why I think that will have a huge impact on the share's price in just a moment. But obviously, yeah, looking at when PayPal was invented, PayPal came out in December of 1998. When we look at when Paysafe was created, this was created in 1996, so 2 years sooner, and people were saying that they don't believe there will be as much hype as PayPal, so it would be an unfair comparison. Now, I kind of do see where they're coming from, but I think it is important to have a look at something in the same sector because PayPal, whilst it might be a bigger company, it still does give us some perspective on where this does have the potential to move to in the future. I definitely think that is kind of a fair estimate. Now, can I see this one being at $200 in the next year? Personally, I cannot, but I do think I can see it being at a much higher price than what it is now, because I think once it does officially go into market, once the merger is complete and whatnot, I do believe that the share will find a price where it's comfortable to sit at for a while before the proper growth does start. So of course, right now, it's just from a SPAC. It's still early in its stages of starting up. The merger hasn't gone through and all of that kind of good stuff. So I think once we do officially get that one through, it should definitely have a good impact on the share's price. So looking at this one for the long term, I am not too concerned for reasons like I said. Yes, potentially it's not the next PayPal, but it is its own product nevertheless. And of course, yes, we don't necessarily need this stock to go up to $200 to catch a huge profit, or at least a decent profit. We just need it to go up to like $25, and it will probably go higher than that in my opinion. But yeah, even that would give us a $10 per share profit. So personally, I think it is a good stock for reasons which I'm about to explain. So yeah, when we do have a look at this stock, I think what makes it special is the products that they, specify in. So of course, if we do have a look at some of their methods, you have their Paysafe cards, you have digital wallets and whatnot. I think these are just very cool features, which a lot of other, companies in this industry kind of do lack. I know there are other companies that do this, but having all of these things in a one unique place does make things a lot more simple and a lot better in my opinion. For that reason, I do believe that Paysafe is a great stock. I think what they have done with a lot of the technology, as in gaming and whatnot, getting themselves in with their Paysafe wallets there, is also great standing for the future. I think it makes things a lot more simple, and I think for that reason, with the simplicity in the fact that you can have multiple different cards and whatnot in the same place, a lot of people should choose Paysafe in the future. So I can see this one in this way. This is my personal opinion on it. I would not see it as a bad get in now. I think it is still very early in its growth cycle, but I would say I would expect some big growth in the next 6 months, or at least up until the merger, and then potentially a bit more after that. From that point, I would see it stabilize, and then I would see some stable growth from that point. So I don't think it will stagnate at that point once it does reach its new, level of price. I would expect it to continue moving upwards, but a lot more slowly. So I would say this is definitely a decent stock now. Overall, I would say there's still some decent profit to be had in this one if you are lucky with it, in my personal opinion. By the way, I am not a financial advisor, but you guys already knew that. But yeah, I do think it is not a bad buy at all at the minute. I would definitely consider it. If you are in it for the long term, I don't think it matters that it's not necessarily as big as PayPal. Yes, it is not, the same type of business model. I think what they have in the future will help them grow because, in the past, they were not as well known as they are right now, in my personal opinion. And I think, things like that in the future do have potential for them to grow. Obviously, we don't need to catch the next PayPal to get a nice profit, as you guys already know, and to have a decent stock. So I hope that did help somewhat. Of course, it was just my opinion. If you did like it, please do leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't, of course, do tell me what I did wrong in the comments, and I would love to see you over on Discord. Thank you for your time. See you there.